I think that he's afraid of people's opinions. I think that he's afraid of being hated. I think he's afraid that
really?
If he has a relationship with his kids, he's going to have to listen to them and hear out their opinion and validate them. I think he's afraid of, if all of the relationships come in, is it going to backpedal his other relationships that are doing well? Like, him and Robin are doing great. But if he starts having a relationship with all of his kids, and now he has to divide his time all the more, what is it going to take away from the kids that live under his roof with Robin? What is it going to take away from his personal freedom? I think that Dad's afraid to give up what he has and what he's doing.
Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. Kody Brown is out here doing what looks like a completely fake apology tour, all for his own ego, to control the narrative, and to make himself look better in hopes of reducing the backlash from those of us who talk about his show online. But this apology tour isn't fooling anyone, especially not his own kids. According to them, it's all fake. And of course, Robin plays a major role in all of this. Mykelti and Tony have said that Kody's behavior on Sister Wives causes half the problems because he's obsessed with protecting Robin, taking the blame for her actions, and refusing to have relationships with his kids unless they also accept her. That's a deal breaker that will never be resolved. Interestingly, when Mykelti and Tony watched Special Forces, Mykelti noticed that Kody actually acted more like her real father on that show. Yes, he was still weird, and she openly acknowledges that he doesn't like women, doesn't like working with them, and doesn't respect them. But she believes he acted more like himself because Robin wasn't there influencing him. Check it out.
Says on Special Forces, I feel like I should take more to heart. It's more true to Dad than anything he says outside of Special Forces.
Well, I see, that's the one takeaway I'm thinking about, is that, is there any possibility that this is a more true version of Kody than what it is, what he looks like on Sister Wives?
Okay.
When his like ego is all front and center and he's trying to like protect himself and somebody else, and he's like playing a villain character, or like...
So, slightly spicy hot take from that. Do you think the reason why we're seeing like how the Dad that I remember is because Robin's not here? Spicy take, hot take, it makes you wonder. He doesn't have his spouse here. He doesn't have his person here. He doesn't have his kids watching him. He has nobody holding him accountable except for staff and himself. So he doesn't have to worry about impressing anybody except himself. All he has to worry about really taking care of is himself. No.
So there you have it. Tony flat out said that Kody is always covering for Robin on the show, either defending her or pretending he did the things she actually did. And Mykelti points out that when she watched him on Special Forces, he acted more like his real self, completely different from how he behaves around Robin. Robin demands a lot from Kody, and their relationship is extremely codependent. Kody refuses to accept anyone who doesn't also accept Robin. But on Special Forces, Kody actually took accountability. He admitted that what happened with his kids was his fault. And then, the moment he got home and talked to Robin, his entire story changed. We literally watched Robin tell him he didn't need to apologize for things he said when he was upset, basically excusing his behavior. And when he asked her about going to therapy to reconnect with his kids, she replied, "If you believe these relationships have value." That's a terrible thing to say because your children should always have value, period. She even made the reunion with the kids conditional on them also having a relationship with her. And she knows they won't. So by doing that, she's ensuring Kody won't pursue a relationship with them. Mykelti's issues with her dad also tie back to her issues with Robin. And she talked about this in a Patreon post just 11 days ago.
With Robin and with Dad and with their relationship with Dad's kids from the other wives. And I think a lot of it is there's so many years of hurt and hardship and anger and just also misunderstanding. There's so many years that you can't fix something by saying you should go reach out. You should make an effort if you value your relationship, because it's more than that. You You need to do more if there's years and years and years of issues and problems, heartache. You can't just reach out and be like, make an effort. There's so much more. There's actions. You have to hold accountability, and there's a lot that goes into it. So I do think that on the surface level, Robin is saying, yeah, make an effort. I agree. I support it. You should make an effort with your kids because they need you at the end of the day. But I think that there's just too much. And I think that if they want to have a relationship with Dad, there are a lot of things that Dad and Robin need to be held accountable for, depending.
It's impossible to think that one single conversation can magically fix years of damage, and Maddie knows that better than anyone. In this episode, she said she would accept an apology from Cody, but that didn't mean she would rebuild a relationship with him. The only way she'd let him back into her life is if he showed consistency, follow-through, and effort, something she knows he won't do. She can say that safely because she understands he's not going to show up. He's not going to fly to North Carolina, and he's not going to put in the work. Cody has 18 kids, and he's been consistently inconsistent with all of them. He didn't have close relationships with them growing up because he was rarely around. He was always gone, always working, and at one point, Janelle even left him for 5 years, meaning many of the kids essentially grew up without a present father. Cody himself has admitted he wasn't bonded to a lot of them. He had too many kids in too short a time with multiple partners who were constantly competing for resources, attention, and stability while living in severe poverty. Cody was always traveling for work, selling Schwann's ice cream, then signs, and only home for brief visits. Maddie even shared on her podcast that at just 6 years old, she was helping change diapers and care for her siblings because her dad wasn't around. So if Cody never built those bonds, it's not surprising that he doesn't value those relationships now. It's easier for him to disconnect emotionally when he never formed a connection in the first place. And then add the trauma McKelty described. Cody left all of them for Robin. He abandoned them emotionally and physically, choosing Robin over everyone else. That's devastating. It's awful when a partner makes someone's relationship with their own family conditional on whether they accept the new partner. There will always be people in your life your spouse might not get along with, but that shouldn't destroy your bond with your children. Yet that's exactly what Robin does, and Cody allows it. This leads into the final clip, where Tony responds to the episode from a few weeks ago, specifically the moment when Robin told Cody that reconnecting with the kids required them also building a relationship with her. And knowing how Cody interprets that, and knowing that many of the kids want nothing to do with her, this is what Tony had to say.
That part, sadly, it's very like, there's like a clear line for a lot of people there that like, Cody, maybe. Her, just no. But relationship with Dad, like that could heal some wounds. Mm-hmm. Relationship with her probably doesn't heal those wounds. So I don't like that she says that, because from what I know of Cody, when he's listening to her say that, he's going to, from my experience, internally couple them and be like, well, you want one with me and I'm trying, but you're shooting her down, and so I'm stuck and I don't know what to do or how to move forward.
So he doesn't move forward.
Yes, and that...
Because with Dad, it's a package deal.
Yes.
It's Robin and Cody. It's not Cody.
Now, that's not what she's saying. She's not saying
Dad,
nasty.
but that is Dad.
He's going to take it that way. And he always will, because he's super protective of her. Mm-hmm. And he so desperately wants it to be those two.
Intro 4. Robin understands exactly how Cody thinks. She knows that if she tells him it's important for the kids to have a relationship with both him and her, he will treat it as a package deal. Since she already knows the kids don't want a relationship with her, and she doesn't want one with them either, she can use that to influence Cody's decisions. By making their relationship with him dependent on accepting her, she's effectively making the choice for him. Cody won't pursue the relationship if it means forcing the kids to accept someone they don't want in their lives. Tony likely doesn't realize she's doing this intentionally, but based on how Robin talked in the episode, it's clear she knows her words can influence Cody's behavior. Cody, who shows many narcissistic traits, often adapts himself to whoever he's with. He mirrors the personality of the partner he's closest to at the time, which suggests he struggles with his own identity. Away from Robin, he acts more like himself. With her, he absorbs her personality and priorities. Because of this, Robin knows exactly how to get what she wants. She plays the victim, creates emotional pressure, and frames everything around her needs. If she makes Cody believe that reconnecting with the kids requires them accepting her, and she knows they never will, she ensures Cody won't try. Many of the kids openly say they don't want a relationship with her because of her manipulation, the way she plays people against each other, and the chaos she brings into the family. In polygamous families, it's easier to blame the woman than the man, and while Robin has her share of responsibility, Cody is the one ultimately accountable. From a young age, the kids were taught never to question their father, so blaming the wife becomes the easier route. But Cody is the one who allowed a partner to come between him and his children. He made that choice. Sadly, he isn't the first man to leave behind older children from a previous relationship, especially when narcissistic tendencies are involved. Polygamy often harms the kids and the woman most. The years of hurt, manipulation, and instability, combined with the toxic dynamic between Robin and Cody, have created too much damage to fix with a single apology. Robin's pattern of behavior goes back long before Cody. Even her ex-husband's family claimed they expected she would bring similar turmoil into the Brown family. Cody shares responsibility, though, and because neither of them has changed, the apology tour won't repair anything. One apology won't undo years of pain, especially when the future